Okay, folks, what I'm going to do is split some woods. I got my new timer on so I can tell what time I have here. Hope I'm throwing a shot, I don't know. Basically give me a breakdown of how I do my wood for my fires. Looking for my bottle opener. One thing nice about this splitter here, you could drink while you're doing it, where if you're trying to split with a splitting axe, you'll lose your leg sober. Don't try it drinking. It's not actually an easy thing to do. I'm drinking one of my chili pepper beers. Yeah, I bought this timer yesterday at work, actually. Somebody had actually left one up in my department by accident, and it was a different type, but it gave me the idea that we had one in our department, or in our store. So basically, I'll do this. See, you can be drunk as heck, as long as you got slightly some balance to do this, you're fine. Where if you're using a splitting axe, you're risking bodily injury and harm. This is one of the perfect things about this. Almost there. There you go. Nice split, folks, for the most part. I don't know if I have any other really. These might split, I'm not certain. They are kind of small, really. To get into it, use this thing on the side, ratchets it up, place it down. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, it will split it. Nice. Make for a nicer burn. I mean, when you get into a splitting axe, you really got to be paying attention to what you're doing. You're going to get hurt. Check my time here. Oh yeah, this is amazing having this puppy hang around my neck too. It'd be nice if it was a little bit more fashionable color, I suppose, but it's not. So basically, yeah, you can knock out pieces of wood, or if you had a splitting axe, this is not an easy thing to do. That's my first sip of that beer, so that's the reason I'm kind of slightly tempting this. Oh, I don't even like doing this. Oh. You really have to pay attention to what you're doing with these. And basically, it's not easy to do. You can get gravely injured using a splitting axe. But here you go, folks. I hope. This piece of wood will be an easy one to do, actually, as it's rotten, I just noticed. Make for a good burn. Let's see. Try to do it with this one here. There you go, boys and girls. For the most part, being that that's an easy log, kind of rotten log, this is a nice splitting axe. It's different. Got a longer handle, more of a heftier, more streamlined to a narrow point head than my chopping axe, which is a larger radius or width for you to make those cuts. This is basically designed just to basically blast things apart. Let's try them on one of these. And you see why I like my machine. Machine doesn't require any of this. I mean, granted, usually you'll have a big piece of log and you're doing this. That's for the birds, in my personal opinion. Granted, you will be getting a lot more exercise doing it that way than this way. But once again, that's what you prefer. I don't. I like exercise, but I don't like exercise that can rip off my leg. It's also going to talk about the theory of the high dive of life. High dive of life theory, something I came up with. Somebody else might have come up with it, because I thought of it around December. Basically, the high dive of life is, if you ever were lucky enough to have a high dive at your local swim club, you knew you either went up on that ladder, which would usually take you up about 10 feet, and basically, once you got up there, you had to go and jump off. If not, you had to climb back down, kind of almost like in a disgrace, and the fact that you were wimpy and you didn't try to, basically, do the dive. And the theory of in life is, basically, do you stand there, do you climb up that diving board and stand there up there, wishing to maybe ask a girl out or guy out, or do a channel on YouTube, sing, split wood, heck, who knows? You can get up there on all these things, and it's not unless you get out there and do it, which is kind of like the high dive of life. See, you learn from your mistakes. See, obviously that wasn't perfect, how I was blocking it, knocking it, socking it, rocking it. Now I go back at it. So, I mean, you've got to take a chance. That's the high dive of life theory. Get out there, or get up there, and you go for it. You know, as long as it's some sane situation, it seems to work out for me. I have been very successful in the vast majority of everything I've done because I take that risk. You just got to go, whether it's moved somewhere different. I've moved to Vegas, and I've moved to Kansas City. Vegas, I love. Kansas City was demented. But I needed both of those at that time of my life. Vegas was part of just basically fulfilling just the desire to leave Cincinnati after school, and also the girl I was dating at the time thought it was some magical land where her father at the time, who she thought was her father, would make life all better compared to her mother. Remember, that's one thing also, folks. You make your life more better or not. You know, so many people think it's where they're at or somebody else. No, you have to make yourself happy, basically. So basically, that's my little log splitting thing there. See, this nice little thing tells me I have about less than 2 minutes left. See, I can go drink my beer. I'll drink one today. That's basically it. You don't ever operate a chainsaw, battery powered or not, with alcohol in you. One of these days I'd like to do a extreme drunk log splitting with this machine, kind of basically give you a review on how the fact that if you are doing some drinking and you do need logs split, this is the machine you want. It is safer. You will not get hurt. You will not lose a limb or appendage, because utilizing an axe is hardcore. I have a book called The Axe Book. I got it not last year, the year before, up in Layman's at the Amish store, I call it, or Amish country. I'm getting ready to go there next weekend. This next Friday I leave. And I get up there and I just have a great, wonderful time and learn so much, enjoy, re-energized for the year, every year. It's like a retreat for me, basically. It's beautiful out, it's spring. I'm going to end this, wrap this puppy up because it's counting down to 30 seconds. Let's see what we got here. All right, on time. Adios, folks.